Hey guys, in 7-8 we're learning about scale models. For scale models, we're learning how to convert a smaller object on a piece of paper to an actual object in real life. So for instance, if we have a real life, let's say we have a real life basketball, okay, kind of looks like this, let's say, kind of looks like a smiley face. And we have a smaller object, we can compare this to the real. So let's say this is the real and this is the scale. We're going to compare these two objects together. Using the scale object, we're going to be able to convert and see what the actual object looks like in real life. Well, first, the definition: very large and very small objects are often modeled. A scale model is a three-dimensional model that accurately represents a solid object. The scale model is mathematically similar to the solid object. The scale model is mathematically similar. Okay, so it's going to be a similar translation to the real. So here's our first example. Example 1, we need to first analyze and classify scale factors. We need to tell whether it reduces, which means make smaller, enlarges, which means make it bigger, or preserves the size of the actual object, meaning it stays the same. So example A, we have 1 yard to 1 foot. 1 yard to 1 foot. So 1 yard, the way that we do this is we put 1 yard over 1 foot. And then we have to convert how much of a foot or how many yards are in a foot. And if you look at our conversion chart, we can see that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. And so our factor is 3, meaning that it enlarges the object 3 times. Okay, it gets 3 times as big. Okay, so what we did, I'm going to repeat it one more time. We have 1 yard over 1 foot, and we convert 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Okay, so 3 feet over 1 foot. So we get these to be the same. And that equals 3. So it's 3 times as big. The actual object is 3 times as big as our scale. So it enlarges. Let's look at our second example. We have 100 centimeters to 1 meter. So now we have to again find a relationship. 100 centimeters is actually 1 meter. 1 meter to 1 meter is going to get us 1. So this one is actually going to preserve. It stays the same because it's just 1. If it's less than 1, then it's going to reduce or make smaller. Alright, so finding scale factors. What scale factor relates a 20-inch scale model to an 80-foot Apatosaurus? Some kind of dinosaur, I'm assuming. Okay, so it's 20-inch scale model to an 80-foot actual dinosaur, right? So what we're going to do is we know it's 20 inches to 80 feet, and then you guys should always be showing your work exactly like I'm showing over here. So always write this down first, 20 inches to 80 feet. Then we do 20 inches over 80 feet. And then we have to reduce the scale, the ratio, and simplify. So we're going to divide by 20 on both sides. And then we get 1 inch over 4 feet. And then we have to ask ourselves, for inches and feet, how can we convert this? Well, we know that 12 inches is 1 foot. So 4 feet, so 12 times 4 is 48. So then we have 1 inch over 48 inches. Okay, so this is down here. Okay, so what we did here is we converted 4 feet times 12 right here to get 48 inches. So it's 1 inch over 48 inches. And so the scale factor is 1 over 48. Okay, or we can say 1 to 48. So what this is saying is we had an 80-foot actual dinosaur and they reduced it 1 over 48 times to get it to about a 20-inch scale model. So it became smaller. Alright, so here's example 3. In example 3, we're finding unknown dimensions given scale factors. So they're going to give us a scale factor, and then we have to use that to an actual object to see what the scale will look like. Alright, so let's read this example. A model of a 27 foot tall house was made using the scale 2 inches to 3 feet. What is the height of the model? So we have two things here. We have our scale right here, and we have the actual house. We want to figure out what is the height of the model. Okay. So the first thing that we can do is we know that the scale is 2 inches to 3 feet. Okay, in order to use the scale factor, we actually want to reduce this first. So we need to get the scale to be the same. We need 2 inches and 3 feet to be the same unit. Okay, so let's first make these into the same unit. Well, first of all, we know that again, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So 12 times 3 gets us 36 inches. So 2 inches over 36 inches. And so we have 1 over 18. So 1 inch over 18 inches, and we can just cancel these. Okay, so we have 1 over 18. This is our scale factor. Now we're going to use the scale factor to figure out what the model is going to look like. So after we have our scale model, we have to set up a proportion. So we have 1 over 18 is equal to, we want to know the height of the thing, and the actual height is 27 feet. Now the thing is, let me re-explain this to you guys one more time before we get started. Okay, so our scale model is 1 inch over 18 inches. We want to know the height of it if its actual height is 27 feet. Now before we can work with this 27 feet, we have to convert that to inches. Okay, in order to convert that to inches, what we have to do is 27 feet times 12, and that's going to get us 324 inches. So it's 1 over 18 is equal to h inches over 324 inches. So now all of our units are in inches. So now we do cross products. So 1 times 324 is 324. And 18 times h is 18h. We divide both sides by 18. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. And we're going to get h is equal to 18. So the height of the scale model is 18 inches. Okay, so repeat the steps here. I'll repeat it in red. First thing we do is write out our scale. It's 2 inches over 3 feet. After we write out the scale, we convert everything to the same unit. So we're converting everything to inches because we want to know the height of the model. Okay, and the height of the model is going to be in inches. So then we get 1 over 18. After that, we set up a proportion. 1 over 18 equals h over 27. We converted the 27 feet to 324 inches right here. And then we cross multiplied. 324 times 1 is 324. 18 times h is 18h. We divide it by 18, and so we know that the scale is 18 inches. Alright guys, I know this might have been a little bit confusing, but I want you guys to bring your questions tomorrow. We're going to actually take 2 days on this lesson, so if you're confused, don't be too worried, alright? Try to exit step out tonight. Come tomorrow with your questions, alright guys? I'll start class with questions, so please make sure you come with your questions, alright? See you tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.